2011 135i with the N55 in it. So on idle, I'd hear a rough rattly sound around the serpentine area at the front of the engine. I think it's the idler pulley. If I can show you that one there on my fingers, try and focus there. And I know that the alternator was replaced just over a year ago, so I'm gonna replace that because I think that's the culprit. And then in order to access that, T20 here, and here, and then by doing that you should be able to remove 2 air ducts. Once you remove those, then you can pull out the big air duct that goes to the airbox here. Just be wary of these flaps, so pull them apart, and then you can pull out the air intake that way. So once that's out the way, let's just try and get some focus. T60 right there, and you want to relieve the tension on the serpentine system, on the serpentine belt. So use a breaker bar and then just pull it. In the UK we drive on the left, so pull it towards the passenger side. But yeah, once you do that you should be able to move your belt. And then now I'm gonna replace the idler pulley. This is a smaller one, so this is a 75mm pulley nearer to the AC compressor, and then further down there's another pulley which is about 90mm diameter. That's for the crank pulley. Yeah, so I'm gonna remove that now. That will be a T50, I believe, and I will show you my replacement. But when I slap that on, that should be about, I think, 60 newton meters of torque using your torque wrench. I'll just show you my replacement now. If I just open that up for you. Oh. Comes with the pulley and the cap as well. As you can see down there, there's a cap which I'm going to remove using a flathead. Just stick it in there and try and flick it out. So I've managed to remove that cap, and you can see that's where you need to put your T50 to remove the pulley. Had issues with my phone audio, so I'm just going to do a voiceover instead. So you want to take your breaker bar and release the initial tension on that T50 bolt. You can make use of a socket wrench to help remove the bolt, or even just use the bit itself, and the pulley should come off. And now you can put the new pulley on. Here we've got the torque wrench set at 60 newton meters, and this will be tightening it on. But getting the torque wrench in place isn't plain sailing. It's quite a tight fit, so I would recommend removing the radiator fan. Just unclip 2 hoses from the top of the fan, and then remove this bolt here. There's another bolt underneath the car, and 2 clips on the side. You should be able to remove the fan. I managed to get my torque wrench in regardless, where I could tighten the idler pulley to 60 newton meters. Finally, don't forget to cover off the pulley with the pulley cap. That's the swap done. Now it's just about putting everything back together, starting with the serpentine belt. Take your time with this, and I'll put a diagram on the screen, take a screenshot. Make sure that, as shown, the belt sits well on the pulleys, that it's the right way round, that it's following the right orientation as well. And you should arrive at this state. So the belt is loose around the upper pulley of a tensioner, and the last component to wrap the belt around is the alternator pulley. You want to use your breaker bar and a T60 Torx bit, and I'm going to show you here where you pop that Torx bit. Dodgily use my finger and try and zoom in to show you guys. But pull the breaker bar towards the left-hand side of the car. While doing that, wrap the belt around the alternator pulley and you're done. Now you just need to put on your intake air ducts. So pop the big one in first, clip it into the airbox, and lastly those two smaller ducts, use a T20 to tighten those bolts in, and you're done.